El Salvador.
The country was once
the most dangerous on the planet. It's one of the safest countries.
There are narratives that transcend the ordinary, stories that define the very fabric of what we accept as reality. El Salvador, once shrouded in the dark cloak of violence and despair, has emerged as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, to the miraculous interplay of divine providence, human innovation, and a visionary leadership. This documentary unfolds the saga of a nation reborn, not through the might of arms, but through the power of faith, the ingenuity of Bitcoin, and the unyielding resolve of Nayib Bukele.
President Bukele came down essentially like a ton of bricks.
The country is transforming before people's eyes.
People say we dream too much. We're changing how things were done before.
We stand at the threshold of a story where the impossible becomes possible, where a country deemed the most deadly on earth.
I'm sitting there looking at a country that was functionally a failed state and now is poised to be the Singapore of the Western Hemisphere.
El Salvador's journey is not just a narrative of a national comeback. It's a profound psychological inquiry into the nature of change, to the essence of leadership, and to the role that technology has in human salvation. This documentary will not just merely open your eyes, it will recalibrate your perspective on reality. It's a chronicle of miracles, where God, Bitcoin, and Bukele converge to rewrite destiny. We delve into a world where faith moves mountains, where digital currency becomes the cornerstone of economic freedom, and where one man's vision galvanizes a nation to reclaim its spirit, its identity, its future, and most importantly, its sovereignty.
We did it by defying the global elites. We told them no more. In doing so, we did the unthinkable. We transformed El Salvador from the most dangerous country in the world to the safest in the Western Hemisphere.
Through this transformation, El Salvador has become the beacon of hope for the world, illuminating the path to true freedom, the sanctity of private property rights, and the eradication of corruption.
We have been attacking down corruption from the top down. Investigate everybody.
Anyone in your administration, including you?
Yes, of course. Yes, that's the mandate.
This nation now stands as a living testament to what can be achieved when society embraces these ideas. It shows us what liberation from the chains of government overreach and economic manipulation looks like, providing a blueprint for change that resonates with the deepest desires of humanity for justice, autonomy, and integrity.
This can't be the same country. There's no way.
What we're seeing on the ground is nothing short of a miracle. It's a boom country. You can see it in construction that's all over. They're excited to welcome in tourists. They're excited to welcome in foreigners to invest. He's legalized Bitcoin as legal tender, the first in the world, a kind of a revolutionary move.
Nayib Bukele gets in and he turns El Salvador into a first world nation of wealth and prosperity.
And guess what? If it can happen in El Salvador, if turnaround can happen in El Salvador, it certainly can happen for the greatest country that has ever existed in all of humankind.
This is not just the story of El Salvador. It's an anthem to the resilience of the human soul, a testament to the power of belief, and a beacon for those who dare to dream of a better world against all odds.
The example we're going to set up here is going to resonate in all over the world.
But before we dive into the mix, I need to ask you a question.
You have USAID funding nonsense in foreign countries all over the world.
Nayib Bukele says most governments don't want USAID funds flowing into their countries.
El Salvador, what if I told you that USAID wasn't some benevolent fairy fucking godmother, but the economic hitman of El Salvador, a gosh damn plague dressed in humanitarian clothing, with one mission: to infiltrate the country's politics like a cancer spreading through your government until they systemically dismantled El Salvador's sovereignty? Would you believe me? Would you call me a conspiracy theorist?
Why did Bukele say that
nobody wants USAID in our countries? It just destabilizes it. It's designed to divide it.
USAID was trying to regime change it from there. The Soros groups.
I mean, who elected Soros?
These non-governmental organizations are all subsidized by American taxpayer dollars.
America, what if I told you that USAID was the money laundering arm of the CIA, using NGOs as front organizations that act as staffing agencies, building standing armies in third world countries to launder money, recruit, train, and arm individuals for CIA-backed regime change operations?
Is a coup d'etat to overthrow those regimes something we should be considering and planning for Yes, indeed.
These people are lunatics.
USAID has been essentially a shell company being used to funnel billions of dollars.
And their budget is bigger than the State Department and the CIA combined.
They have been funding media outlets. They have been funding revolutions in other countries.
It should be called USCIAID.
When you were working there, how much of the money was just being used to destabilize foreign governments?
I would have been happy to use some of it to destabilize some of the governments that were faced around the world.
It's a playground for the swamp, and Donald Trump is shutting it down.
In the case of El Salvador, relieved that this is happening.
El Salvador, what if I told you that we were in a war to save Christianity, and Bitcoin wasn't just a currency, it was a gosh damn silver bullet aimed at the heart of the bankers' death grip on our sovereignty. These vultures have been bleeding us dry with their satanic extortion operations, sucking the very soul out of humanity by devaluing the wealth of our entire nation.
As a central bank, we have the ability to create money.
Simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We simply use the computer to mark up the size of the account that they have with the Fed.
We print it digitally.
And there's no end to your ability to do that.
There is no end to our ability to do that.
If most Americans and the rest of the world were to become aware of this farce, confidence in your currency would be lost. The dollar would fall, and the Western civilization with it.
Could Bitcoin be the death of the dollar?
This has the potential to displace the need for banks as a trust institution.
We are witnessing a once-in-a-generation transformation in how people store and transfer wealth and value.
And as you can see, Bitcoin is well above $100,000 right now.
We're talking about El Salvador, the first Bitcoin country.
The Bitcoin system is so perfect. I think it's going to be the future.
Bitcoin is going to save the world, and it starts here in El Salvador.
And this, my friends, this is the story of the great El Salvadorian comeback.